We're hard for games, and you should be too. Today we're going to be talking about the politically correct PC Engine, or the TurboGrafx-16 as was known in the United States of America.
And despite its small size and usual Japanese style, it's got a bit of power. That little white square over there was a 16-bit system that came out in the 8-bit era.
But at the same time, this is a lot of junk in that trunk, don't you think?
It is a lot of junk, and the fact of the matter is if you get this PC Engine, you will drown in add-ons. This is a backup booster with AV outs, because the original unit only allowed for RF out. There are different versions of the PC Engine. There are different versions of the PC Engine with CD add-ons. You need a multi-tap adapter to be able to play any two-player games. Mine is still coming in the mail. Sorry, we can't show two-player games today. But there's just so much crap to buy with this little unit here. It's absolutely insane.
These are the games that we're going to be reviewing. As you can see, they're on these like tiny little cards called Hue cards.
Short for human, because that's what they're made of.
Also, all of them are very insistent that you write your name on them, just for you.
They're made out of human souls.
And speaking of things made out of souls, John has brought us an entire mini keg of Baltica since it's been so long since we've indulged.
So let's cheers to that, boys. Boom, boom.
Bonk, volume 41.
This is Bonk 2. It was actually kind of a pseudo mascot for the TurboGrafx-16/PC Engine, although eventually Bonk got ported on to the SNES and the Game Boy, so he wasn't exclusive for very long.
With a head that big, you can't stay exclusive.
No.
For very long.
Oh, no. He bonked many systems.
Yes. As far as I can tell, this is hard mode, medium, and super easy. You don't want to do super easy because it doesn't allow you beyond like the second or third level. So we're going to go ahead and do medium.
Climb up that water.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. Show physics, who's boss?
First level is just super colorful, and I think this is a really good representation of what the TurboGrafx could do, because it just looks really, really nice overall. I mean, it definitely looks like it could be Super Nintendo quality, especially like early Super Nintendo.
Oh,
Send me into the skies. Oh yeah.
That plant was getting its jollies. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you have been
Check
turned
out her
into
tits.
a woman.
That's right, and this woman can freeze men apparently. In the US version, she is not a woman, because they thought the gender bending would be a little too inappropriate for the US audiences. But the gender bending is actually on the cover of the Japanese version.
I'd put it on the cover of my version. I'd put it on the cover of a Virgin.
This is some funky music that's playing right now. The music of this kind of almost reminds me of the Mother series.
It's a little bit repetitive, but it is a good tune.
Oh my goodness. This is the toughest boss fight I've ever seen.
You see how I'm rocking this? Oh no!
I like how the eyes are all derpy.
Yeah, they're super derpy in this game.
I'm the dinosaur.
There we go, boom! Bonk is really well known for his powers, his power-ups. He turns into a madman quite often, or a mad woman, as a matter of fact.
God damn it!
He just turned around and he's like, I'm not dealing with you.
Little bonus stage action up in this bee. You just have to collect as much shit as you can as you go down. Whoa!
Even that was terrible.
And you can't even jump up again, it just pauses the game as soon as you get down there. There's no way of telling how to do it.
Whoa!
Totally worth it. Totally worth it.
I don't know about that.
You guys don't understand value. Seriously, what's the point of the burgers and the fries?
Points.
Fuck points.
Whoa. Whoa, watch it with that. Like, this is the politically correct engine.
Do I look like...
I love that it refills your health, but it always bounces up there. You can't get it. One thing you notice about the PC Engine here is that it has very, big sprites, bigger than the 8-bit systems, but there's not too much going on in the background because it couldn't really have multiple layers of scrolling in the background. That's one of the things that kind of limited it. Later on, it would create the Super Graphics system, which would allow that, but it had a very, very, very limited game library.
Namely, a collection of hentai titles which were known for their impressive sexual scrolling.
That was actually the PC effects. That would actually be true.
Pardon
but
me.
the Super Graphics could play all the PC Engine titles, but it only had a few games that were exclusive to the TurboGrafx stage. Give it to TJ here, and then we'll move on to the next game.
Here you go, teacher.
All right, that was enough time for TJ to play.
Let's move on.
Oh, you thought you pulled it off, huh? Thought you pulled it off.
I did pull it off, dog. So that's Bonk 2. If you had to give this a score, what would you give it?
B for Bonk.
Excellent. I'd probably give it like an 8, maybe even 8.5 out of 10, because I think it's a solid little platformer. What do you think?
Yeah, 8 out of 10 sounds good. It was really fun.
Yeah, what do you think?
I would say 4 stars out of question mark. I'd say it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a solid platformer, good controls, good, nice graphics, very colorful. What more could you want?
Big head.
That's right. What are we going on to here?
Engaging gameplay. We're going to play Vigilante.
Oh!
Vigilante.
Volume 1.
I love how America this color scheme is. The word art is very...
Everybody America here.
Everybody America here. The
There she is, in
skinheads
the ground.
have taken Madonna hostage.
Take the power into your own hands.
Like a virgin.
I'm even telling you to rescue her. They're just saying, go beat some people up because you're pissed.
So is Madonna like Madonna? Or
Yeah,
is...
the mother of Jesus.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Man, the cover of the cartridge would never suggest that this is the type of game.
Yeah, it's got like a guy holding a knife to
It's
a
a
woman's
girl.
neck.
Yeah.
Girl? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's ridiculous.
Nunchucks.
I assumed this was about
Kidnapping
non-consensual purse snapping. Yeah.
Madonna has very masculine.
But yeah, like what I really enjoy about this game is that the graphics are so clear that you can tell that your character is Asian.
And that he really likes overalls. And tucking his pants into his socks like an idiot.
Also, does anybody else find it really strange that the skinheads have taken Madonna and yet we're fighting all hairy people?
That's true.
These people are just...
We're just warming up.
We're just warming up.
We're gonna
this guy's
practice
got a
on some
knife.
civilians.
Oh. Apparently if you get held on to, if you shake the controller, it helps you release it. Next time I get held on to, I'm going to see what happens. Nope!
No, wiggle the D-pad.
Wiggle the D-pad? Oh, okay. I thought if you wiggle the controller... Okay, yeah, you're right. I thought it was the controller.
The system isn't that advanced.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the opposite. Been drinking.
Why can't I get that tuba? I want to dispense some justice with a tuba.
It looks more like a baritone, Richie.
It does look a little euphonium-esque.
There you go.
Pee-pee room. Can I go in the pee-pee room?
Oh, mercy. So apparently, this was a port of the arcade game, and apparently it's a very faithful port at that, but it doesn't make this game any less of an average beat-em-up.
The controls are not terribly responsive. You move way slower than everybody.
Yeah. But like most beat-em-ups, I kind of get bored after like the second or third level.
And it's got that mechanic where the enemies are just non-stop. There's not a whole lot of strategy here. You just sort of wail on the...
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just do the turbo button.
Oh yeah, turn the turbo buttons on for sure. That's another thing about the PC Engine. It comes equipped with turbo buttons, which normally was kind of a third-party thing for the Super Nintendo and Nintendo to have, like, turbo buttons.
You don't even have an add-on for the turbo.
No, which is surprising. Apparently, if you get a high score of 5,000, you get an extra life.
This really is hard. You know, look at the skill that it
Time's
requires
running
to
out.
do this.
Yes, it is timed, so you may want to consider moving forward, John.
Whoa.
This isn't really a good neighborhood.
No, it's all right. I'm good.
John.
I gotta say, I really like John, but I hate watching him play games. He just stays in one place. He's so meticulous and boring when he plays games. I loathe watching John play any games. It's so fucking boring.
I do love that the Vigilante is like jerking off with his offhand.
I do
though.
like that, yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay. No. Oh, this is a war of attrition.
You deserve that so
Just
badly.
kill him,
So
man.
we'll be at the
Walk
beginning
up
of
to
the
him and
level.
kill him. I've never seen someone backtrack this much in a beat 'em up. Come on, dude. Just kill that guy.
He's running
Move
away.
forward.
John, if you don't start playing the game, I'm gonna have to go Vigilante on your ass.
Man, this
Yeah,
boss
come
is
on,
pretty
man.
hard.
The van is carrying Madonna to their turf. The junkyard.
It's weird that this is very much in English.
Yeah, they even use the correct there.
Yeah. Vigilante, what do you guys think about this beat 'em up here? What do you think, sir?
In the realm of 6 at a generous level.
I'd give it like a 5. I mean, most beat 'em ups don't hold my attention that long. This one didn't do as good of a job. It's okay though. I mean, I guess it's a faithful arcade port. What do you think?
4.
4? Yeah, didn't
I'd
like it that
say
much.
3 or 4. It didn't really have any layers to it. It was just walk towards people and punch them in the face, or they'll choke you to death in an instant.
Yes.
We weren't even skinheads, by the way.
No, weren't even skinhead. Not even
They all
true to the
had
game.
so much hair.
So let's move on to Street Fighter 2.
Apostrophe.
All right, we got Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition here, and as a matter of fact, there's actually a limit on the amount of information you could put in a hue card, and Capcom ignored that, which is why it's a little bit thicker feeling. So they wanted
like a bump.
Yeah, it's got like a ball, nice bulge, a nice good bulge in it.
You should totally be Blanca and whoa, wait. You can be
M. Bison.
Bison.
Yeah, it has all the original Japanese names. Of course, M. Bison wasn't M. Bison in Japan because they wanted to mask the relation to Mike Tyson. Comparatively to the SNES and the Genesis, the sprites seem just as big and pretty colorful, to be quite honest. One thing that is missing in this version is the separate background scrolling.
Yeah,
and some transparencies and such.
But not too much.
But not separately.
No,
but not
there aren't multiple layers
Yes.
to it.
You actually have to press the select button to alternate between punches and kicks.
Which is like the Genesis version.
Yes, it's still obnoxious though.
Yeah,
But it has the turbo button built in, which is cool.
Yeah.
But it is obnoxious, I agree.
I mean, it's better than not playing Street Fighter at all on your home console if this is the only one you have.
Yeah.
But in comparing it to other versions, that definitely makes it a little bit more difficult. And the Genesis version is definitely not what I would play over the Super Nintendo for exactly that reason.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Ooh, nice.
Very good.
I'm not
Is that a
Blanca
bit
man.
of chicken skin in the corner I spot?
Oh my.
He blasted you with time,
Holy
man.
shit.
Well, you lost.
Oh!
No, he didn't.
Ah, nice.
Oh my god.
Yes. You win.
I mean, obviously the arcade's the best version.
Of course.
But
Yeah.
the SNES was good.
This is a little bit less turbo, a little bit less HD, a little bit less remix,
A little bit less turbo, a little bit less graphics.
a little bit less graphics.
So while it was a bit clunky, I'd say it was still very fun.
Yeah, it was. I think it was a pretty solid game overall. If I had this PC Engine or TurboGrafx-16 growing up, I'd be content with this version of Street Fighter. I'd be happy with it. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd rather play it on the SNES and most certainly rather play it in the arcade, but if this is the system I've got, I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think?
Yeah, Street Fighter is always a classic, and I thought it was good.
Yeah, but so we're talking about how this version didn't have some of the elements of the other versions. But I thought that the PC Engine was a 16-bit system.
Yeah.
Kinda.
I guess we should consult a mathematician
Let's
on this
consult a
one.
mathematician on this one.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. But
'Cause counting
where
is hard.
is he?
Hey, wake up! Wake up!
Tony, I just saw how you died. Oh, let's talk about the PC Engine and the Atari Jaguar. So, the PC Engine and the Jaguar were both kind of early entrants into a generation that they claimed to be a part of, but were both kind of liars. They also both had CD add-ons and gaping holes in the back, one of which was actually smart enough to cover it. My god, there's a lot of dust back there. So, this wasn't really completely 16-bit. It had an 8-bit CPU, but a 16-bit GPU. So they were like, hey, whatever, we'll just call it 16-bit. Fuck it. And sold it. But you know what? It was actually pretty decent, and you could see that it was sort of half and half in its delivery of Street Fighter. Very vibrant colors, but not too much going on in the background. Whereas the Jaguar had its maze of processors and crazy shit going on to claim that it was 64 bits, and it could do some impressive stuff for when it was released, but it was clearly no Nintendo 64, which kinda made it a pile of crap. My feet look like goblins.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the episode. Don't forget to subscribe to us, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. And by special request, Hard4Games t-shirts can now be found on hard4games.com. And if you guys like our design and animations, don't forget to check out our Animator's website, annavizentainer.com. The link is in the description below.